All right, and 9 through 12, determine if the triangles are congruent. If yes, write the congruent statement and state the reason or reasons, as many as possible. So we're going to look at these two triangles, and first thing we want to do is see, is there anything else that we might know? And so we have triangle HAM. So triangle HAM. We want to see, is it congruent to the triangle on the right? So the one thing we know is that this side is congruent to this side. It's already marked. The other thing we know is that they share this side, AH. So we can mark this. And so now we got to determine, is there any other information I know from looking at this figure? So to show that two triangles are congruent, we have three possibilities. We have side, 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 angle, side, and angle, side, angle. So as we look at this, I know a side, I know another side, and that's all I got. I need at least three things. I don't know anything about these angles, so I can't assume anything. So these triangles are not congruent, so no. And as soon as I write no, I'm going to cross out this other two spaces. I don't want to write anything there. So now look at number 10. We have triangle MHA. So we have triangle MHA. And so we're going to see if this bottom triangle is congruent to the top triangle. And so we want to look at the figure. Is there any other information that we know? So like the last triangle, they share this side. And so when they share this side, we put an X. And so that means it's congruent to itself. And so I also know that this angle is congruent to this angle. And so now I have side, angle, side. And that's congruent to side, angle, side. So the two triangles are congruent. So we write yes. And now we're going to write our statement. So it says MHA. MHA. So we have to go in the same order. MHA. So it starts here, goes across one, and then to A. So we're going to start. So we're going to go TAH. So TAH. Now we look, and remember our reason was side, angle, side. So we know that reason. Is there any other reason we could use? Do we know three sides? No. Do we know two angles in the triangle? We only know this one angle. And so we only have one reason, side, angle, side. Alright, let's look at number 11. So as we look at these two triangles, again, they're sharing a side. So we'll mark it with an X. And so as we look at these two triangles, the top triangle has a side, side, side. The bottom triangle has the same congruent marks, side, side, side. So these two triangles are congruent. So now let's see if we can write our congruent statement. So it goes RPS. So it starts at R, goes to P, down to S. So RPS. So when I write the other triangle, we're going to do the same thing. Go down the shared side, and then up the side with the congruent mark of 1. So it's going to be RPQ. It has to go in this order. So like we said before, we have three sides. So our reason is side, side, side. And now, so we have our three possibilities: side, 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 angle, side, angle, side, angle. So we already used side, side, side. Now, could side, angle, side work? And so I know this side But I also know this angle is congruent to this angle, and so I could use side, angle, side. Side, angle, side. So this one actually has two reasons that we could have used. We could check angle, side, angle. I only know one angle, so I won't be able to use angle, side, angle. So I only have two reasons there. Alright, number 12. Let's look at these two triangles. Now these two triangles don't share a side, but what happens is when we have these two lines crossing, is they make a pair of vertical angles. So I'm going to know that this angle and this angle is congruent. So now I know this angle, I know this side, I know this angle, angle, side, angle. So the two triangles are congruent. So we're going to say yes. Now we'll write our statement. So it goes, has to be NOP, NOP. So notice that we start on the side that's not marked, and we go on the side that has the one congruent mark. So over here, we want to do the same thing. We want to start on the side that doesn't have the congruent mark, and we want to finish on the side with one congruent mark. So NOP is going to be congruent to QRP. Okay, so triangle QRP. And like we said before, it's angle, side, angle. Angle, side, angle. And so let's check our other possibilities. Side, side, side. I only know one side, so I'm not going to be able to use that. Side, angle, side. I'm not going to be able to use that because, again, I only know one side for sure. So the only reason here is angle, side, angle.